Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am back for another Slim Sports interview. As always, I am your host, Jay Slim. And joining me today is a dynamic scorer that is going back where it all began, a 6 foot point guard that just got done playing in March Madness with UAB. And now he's going back where he was his first 2 years of college at North Alabama. I'm talking about Daniel Ortiz. What's going on, man?
Way in. Cross court. Ortiz. Good look, and he hits another three.
It was good, man. Appreciate you having me again.
Absolutely, man. Always happy to have you on. I've gotten to see you play in person while you were at North Alabama those 2 years. Dynamic score, one of the best scores, not just obviously for the Lions where you were their star player, but one of the best scores in the A-Sun. I believe your second year there, you were first team all conference selection. And then obviously spent this past year at UAB, took a little detour, made it to March Madness, won the American tournament, to where you got some bling on your finger from the Blazers, but now you get to go back to the Lions. Talk to me real quick about what that means to you to be able to go back to North Alabama after having that experience this past season with UAB.
Yeah, man. Means everything to me. Going back to where it all started, man. My legacy, that I've created there. The people, the community, like just the environment, the family, um, just everything that I'm really about. And a lot of people don't know, but I never really had intentions to leave UNA, but a lot of things happened that, just forced my hand. So it was just something that, I had to do for, the betterment of my career and my future. But even this experience I had at UAB just helped me. I feel like it's gonna help me be a better player, better leader, better teammate, just more older, just growth. So man, I'm really grateful for my experience there and really full circle moment and grateful I can go back. I'm so happy to go back to where it all began.
Yeah, that's awesome, and I can't wait to see what you do. Your first 2 seasons there, you were a 15 point per game scorer both years. Your sophomore year, you shot 40% from three. You had some big games, 32 points against North Florida, couple of 10 games of 20 plus points, starting all 33 games. Uh, you I mean, you broke a bunch of records for them. Your freshman season, you set their Division I scoring record at North Alabama with 432 points on the season, helping them beat Ole Miss. I mean, I could go on and on. You have so many accolades during your time with them. But obviously, this past season, you were a Blazer, wore the green and gold in the American Conference, where you got to play for a very good coaching staff alongside some really talented players. Eric Gaines, I believe, is an NBA prospect right now. He was an absolute bucket getter as well. So what was that like for you spending this past season at a part of their culture where you ended up actually passing the 1,000 point scoring mark and also making it to the 2024 NCAA tournament?
Yeah, man. A lot of people ask me, what I take from this year. What I always tell them is, man, I just say this was the year that really allowed me to grow as a basketball player, in a lot of different areas, a lot of different aspects, um, both on and off the court. Faced a lot of adversity this year and wasn't able to always put my best foot forward. But man, this year really taught me a lot, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful I got the chance to come here, experience real winning, um, good culture. Just grateful to be able to have this opportunity that I got to come here and make March Madness and create more brothers for life. Just get to play on a different level and just continue to grow. So this year is definitely a year that matured me in a lot of aspects, and I know I'll be better for it. And just grateful for my experience and my path that I'm on with basketball, and just looking forward to what's next.
Yeah, UAB has always had a very talented program. They were in Conference USA the past couple of years, first year in the American, and first year in the American, you got to go off, win that conference tournament to make it to the postseason against San Diego State. A lot of people were actually expecting UAB to kind of have a down year because they had just lost Jordan Walker and Trey Jemison to the NBA level, as well as a couple of
Right.
other really talented players. But the coaching staff brought in obviously yourself, Eric, and a lot of other really talented players. You yourself, you were used to being a starter during your time at North Alabama, and you kind of took more of a six-man role for the Blazers this past season. You guys ended up going 23-12 overall. I mentioned those championships. Beat number 20 FAU, number 19 Memphis. Won five straight between the end of the regular season and that conference tournament in order to obviously make it to March Madness. How did you kind of embrace that new role that you were put in, where you weren't that primary option anymore with all the other scores? You kind of had to take on a different aspect to the game.
That's facts, man. That's why I say once again, man, just a year of growth and maturity. Just had to put my pride aside and play for my brothers and go out there and do whatever I can do to help the team win. And that was my mindset. Every time I step on the court, whatever, what can I do to help my team win? Like once again, felt like I couldn't put my best foot forward. A lot of things that was out of my control, but that's the mark of a true professional, I feel like. And I feel like I'm a professional, so I feel like the mark of a true professional is making the best out of whatever circumstances that you're presented with. Like all people always say is cliche, like play the cards that you dealt. So that was kind of my situation last year, and it was just, man, how can we win? How can I help us win? However many minutes I play, whatever, what I'm saying, how can I go out here and help us win? And ultimately, that's what I did, and we had a successful season.
Yeah, and you still had some good scoring games. You had a 20-point game against McNeese, 16 against Wichita State in the first round of that American Conference tournament, which, like I said, you guys ended up going on a run late in the season to where you ended up winning a few
Yeah.
games before that tournament, obviously won all the games in that span of time to get a bid, to get an automatic bid into that NCAA tournament. Talk to me real quick about that
Right.
run that you and your team went on there late in the season. How did you guys really come together to go on that run in order to make your dreams reality?
Man, I will say, man, I love them guys on that team, man. A lot of them guys, my brothers. We had a great year, man. It was full of ups and downs. A lot of people doubted us, like you said. Man, a lot of people closer than we even thought, man. People just didn't really believe in us, man. Far as what we can do and what we were capable of. Going into that year, like you said, lost two key pieces, the biggest pieces probably, that UAB had with Jelly Walker and Trey Jemison. So it was a lot of people thought that you had to rebuild, but coach, they did their job, they did their work, and brought in eight new transfers. So brand new team, really, you know what I'm saying? A couple like 3-4 returners, but for the most part, brand new team. And early on we wasn't meshing like everybody wanted us to. And people started to doubt and they thought, we couldn't do it. Start out the season 5-5, I think, 5-4, something like that. And a lot of people thought we just, it just one year. So man, hats off to us, man. Hats off to us for turning that around. I can remember like it was yesterday, North Texas game, at North Texas. We kind of came together as a team down like 20 and a half or something. And I just remember us never looking back after that. We was just like, man, forget everybody else. Everybody in this room right here, we got each other and we're gonna make this thing work. And after that, man, we just kind of went on the run and we really believed in it. We really believed what we was capable of. And after that, man, we just, we proved everybody wrong and we proved ourselves right. So it was a great year
Yeah, you guys
from that
definitely
standpoint.
Yeah, you guys definitely did a great job, obviously going on that run, living your dreams, making them reality. Uh, you mentioned before when we started how you never really wanted to leave North Alabama. Things kind of just forced your hand. You ended up entering the portal at the end of this past season and now heading back to North Alabama, obviously. What went into your decision making in order to, put your name back in the portal after having that successful year with the Blazers?
Man, just unfinished business, man. Just like coming into college, man, I always want to create my legacy somewhere I can go back and, what I'm saying, show my kids, my accolades, show my kids what I did. Just be proud of, after my career is done, whatever I do after, just be proud of what college I went to and be able to go back and look. So that was my biggest thing coming in. So when it comes to North Alabama, man, only reason I even left my sophomore year is because I felt like it was so much meat left on the table for me that year. I felt like I started off strong and I feel like, man, I could have really been like in talks for the MVP of the league that year, and I didn't feel like I met those standards because things I couldn't control, and I didn't like that, so that kind of drove me to leave. But coming back, man, really was simple for me. Um, I just knew I wanted to finish here. I just knew I wanted to finish what I started. I wanted. I feel like our sophomore year we had a great year, historic year as far as from North Alabama standpoint, and I just felt like it was so much more we was capable of, and obviously Jakari, big in that decision. With him, man, we played great together, and that's my boy. So, man, that was huge coming back to play with him and our guys coming back. Dallas Howe, Will, Will Susie, a lot of key guys. Just recruited to play with him. Looking forward to getting him in the lab, getting together with him. So man, just it was a lot went into it, but obviously, honestly, it was an easy decision, man. When I think about all of that from that standpoint, so it was really the best decision for me.
Mhm. Yeah, and you talked about Jakari Lane there real quick. He was a freshman when you were a sophomore. He ended up being freshman of the year, sixth man of the year in the conference. Your
Yeah.
sophomore year, when you ended up being second team All ASUN selection. This past year, he was an All ASUN selection. He was their leading scorer in your absence. Now you're coming back. You two are kind of going to be, that 1-2 punch type of thing in that guard spot. How excited are you to be able to go in there and kind of be, the probably the best duo in the ASUN conference realistically heading into this season?
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to the challenge. I've been in college long enough, and I played this game long enough to know it's not gonna be handed to us, and it's for sure not gonna be easy. No matter what we have on the roster and what names we have. So I know it's a lot of accolades between me and Jakari, but I know it's not gonna be easy. And we gotta put the work in. That's my biggest thing. So we can put the work in. Everything we want is gonna be right in front of us, and I truly believe that. So, me and Jakari, we're gonna get to it from the rip. As soon as we get there, man. And our team gonna get our guys right. And get ready to rock and roll, man. I'm looking forward to it, and I know it's gonna be a great year, man. If we do what we supposed to do.
Yeah. Now, obviously, you were used to their system those 2 years that you were there, but obviously having that year in between, they had that whole roster that they had last year where Jakari took over as the leader. They had a lot of new faces from the transfer portal and freshmen. Are you expecting to kind of come in this upcoming season and be able to kind of blend back in like you never left, or are you expecting any kind of difference compared to when you were there before?
Um, I don't expect too much of a difference, but I also know a lot of things change within a year. Personnel, a lot of things change. The staff kind of changed. Few people on that staff aren't there anymore, so I know it's gonna be a few tweaks. But for the most part, I feel like I can blend in. The concepts and stuff I feel like will be easy for me to adjust to. Because there's nothing crazy. As far as what I watched on film and the conversations I've had. So, one thing I do know is coming in, my job. I mean, my mindset is to also not put any pressure on Jakari or nobody else to have to do anything extra to give me the ball or anything like that coming in. I just want us all to, learn to play together as a team and continue to perfect our chemistry and stuff like that. And that's really my mindset coming in. I don't want nobody to have to do anything extra. Just find a way to win and find a way for us to be the best version of ourselves. Everything else take care of itself as far as us whoever getting the ball and scoring and all that take care of itself. So that's my mindset coming in. I think everything should be a smooth transition.
Yeah, you're going back to play in the ASUN conference. Stetson just won the conference tournament this past season, but a lot of their main guys entered the portal, so they're kind of rebuilding. Eastern Kentucky lost their ASUN Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year, and Isaiah Cozart. They're rebuilding. I used to work for FGCU. That's where I first saw you and realized that you were a bucket getter. They're rebuilding because they lost a lot of pieces in the portal as well. So the ASUN is really looking for a new team to kind of take over and take the reins as the best in the conference. How do you feel like North Alabama is looking this upcoming season, the roster as a whole, to where they can kind of take that mantle and help you get back to the NCAA tournament and make their first NCAA tournament in program history?
Yeah, man. I feel like we got everything we need. Couple of tweaks we got to make still to the roster. Obviously, you gotta find ways to mesh and get our teams in the same building. Get out there on the court, figure things out. Who do this well, who does this, and where this person like the ball. What's best for him right here. Screens. How people like this, how people like that. A lot of things you got to figure out, but I feel like as far as our roster and the people we have, I feel like we can go get it if we want it. Um, I'm 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 looking forward to really trying to being a leader. As I've always been, just leading guys and learning guys, developing new relationships. New dudes going that and got there. D Howe, he's not the same player he was when I was there. He's made a jump. Jakari obviously's made a jump. Like just looking forward to that, man. It's gonna be so much fun. Playing with these dudes more confident. Seeing their growth, their development. It's gonna be so it's gonna be so proud for me because I was there and I was always on them guys about getting in the gym. Always on them guys about, man, you got the potential to do this, you got the potential to do that. So seeing Zakari do what he doing and Dallas Howe being a big contributor to the team, all that, man, I'm proud of that, and I look forward to being able to play with them again. And like I said, man, I'm so ready for this challenge, and I just want them to have the experience of March Madness that I did. I've been telling them since I've been talking to them, like, man, it's different, and man, y'all they just treat you different, like you just on a different level, right? So that March Madness experience is fun, and I feel like we could have went farther this year. I feel like we could have went to the Sweet 16 and saw UConn. So like, man, I just can't wait. So that's my mindset going into it.
Yeah, and I definitely see North Alabama having a very good shot at that ASUN championship and hopefully getting you back to where you belong. I cannot wait to see you back in a Lions jersey this upcoming season, man. I know you were a bucket getter with them before. You'll be a bucket getter with them again. And that 1-2 punch of you and Jakar Lane is going to be scary for any team that goes against North Alabama. So thank you so much for doing this interview with me, man. It really does mean a lot. I've gotten to see your career grow, gotten to see you from your freshman year, and you've been dropping buckets ever since. So thank you so much for doing this with me.
I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you having me again, man.
Absolutely. Have a good one.